This is The Herd. Wherever you may be and however you may be listening, live in Los Angeles, iHeartRadio, Fox Sports Radio, and FS1. It is a glorious Monday, wildly fast first hour. Doug Gottlieb got you updated on the tournament. We got Chris Broussard stopping by. Peter Schrager is stopping by. By the way, Broussard's got some great information on LeBron and his future. Schrager is always absolutely money. We got NFL news. Christine Leahy is, of course, joining me for hour two. She has been a jet setter. Saw Cardi B last night at the iHeart Music Festival. Supposed to be amazing. Awards.
Yes, it was really good. And Cardi B won an award, too. I was very happy.
Was Bieber there?
He was not there. Eminem performed. I know you would like that.
Yeah.
He was there. It was really Bon Jovi.
Ooh.
Mm-hmm.
Living.
Camila Cabello.
Oh, yeah.
It was really good.
Okay, good stuff.
And you know I'm a huge Cardi B fan.
You are.
Are you?
I'm an OBJ fan. After that weekend in a hotel with a French model, I'm becoming an OBJ fan.
And pepperoni pizza.
All right. All right, Colin, get it straight. All right, here we go.
Wasn't sure where to go with that.
Yeah. All right, here we go. Where Colin was right, where Colin was wrong. There's a lot of both. I love doing this on Monday. Sometimes I totally whiff on stuff, and sometimes I get lucky. Here we go. Where Colin was right, where Colin was wrong.
Where Colin was right.
On Friday, we actually predicted that Richard Sherman, if he landed with any team, would go to the 49ers. They not only need a corner, they're going to draft another one. And Richard Sherman wants to prove to the Seattle coaching staff, the GM, John Snyder, you guys made a big mistake. This just fit. He knows the division. I don't care what they say on social media. I don't think he and Russell Wilson are that tight. I really don't. I don't care if they, give each other a back massage on Twitter. I don't think this is the world's greatest relationship. Maybe I'm wrong. But this was an easy one to predict. And for Richard Sherman, not a terrible fit.
Where Colin was wrong.
I've never really bought into, I love Tiger Woods, but I've really never bought into his comebacks over the last 3 years. He looks and feels and plays old. He just doesn't look right. He's wincing. He's cringing. This weekend, I'm wrong. He looked rejuvenated. He was passionate. He was focused. He was energized. And I got to be honest with you. He makes golf better. There's no other way to put it. No, in my lifetime, as much as there's been Tom Brady and LeBron, nobody gets me to a TV that I normally wouldn't be watching more than Tiger Woods. I would watch the NBA with or without LeBron. I would watch the NFL with or without Brady. If Tiger's playing in the Valspar Championship is the only way in the world I would watch. I could have a house on that course, and I wouldn't watch it. So I was wrong. Tiger appears to be back. By the way, Masters April 5th, 3 weeks out.
Where Colin was right.
Never been a Blake Griffin fan. I don't think he makes players better. I watch the body language of guys who play with him. I think he's talented. I don't think he's that valuable. By the way, the Pistons are 3-10 in their last 13 with Blake Griffin. And the Clippers are better, 11-5 since he left. And oh, by the way, Chris Paul is flourishing without him. There is a massive difference between talented and valuable. Carmelo Anthony's always been talented. Nobody wants to play with him. Blake Griffin, as I said when he came into this league, he is the league's best volleyball player. He jumps over cars. He's a highlight reel in tennis shoes. Teams get better without him, even when he played for the Clippers. I can remember once getting hurt, and they went on an 8-game winning streak.
Where Colin was wrong.
I like Kawhi Leonard. NBA media adores the guy. He's a nonverbal, strange personality who doesn't pass. Everybody compares him to LeBron. I'm like, he's the anti-LeBron. He doesn't pass and he doesn't talk. He's the anti-LeBron. But in the last 10 games without him, the Spurs are 2-8. And they have speaking of energy, they got no energy without him. And again, he's a guy, if you look at the offense per 100 possessions, his stats aren't that amazing. But there's something to be said about a really athletic, hard-working kid, and you just don't see the fight in the Spurs. Like, his loss means something. 2-8 in their last 10.
Where Colin was right?
Probably a guy that I think I like more than everybody else. The NBA media loves Anthony Davis. The NBA media, because he's so funny and talented, loves Joel Embiid. The guy I like is Karl Anthony Towns for Minnesota. Last night, 31 points, 16 boards. took over the game against the Warriors. I've seen him play live 3 times. In every game I've seen Karl Anthony Towns, it's not that he just dominates teams. It's that he is barking at teammates. He is a complete alpha male. He got all sorts of dog in him. Listen, I like Andrew Wiggins. Andrew Wiggins has no dog in him. Like, I like Andrew Wiggins. No chance to bust. Good solid play. No dog in him. Karl Anthony Towns is barking at teammates. He's barking at refs. He's barking at coaches. And, by the way, late in games, he can hit 85% free throw line. I think of all these young players. Maybe he's not as funny as Joel Embiid on Instagram. My favorite big in this game is not Embiid and it's not Anthony Davis. It is, and I'll say it again, Karl Anthony Towns, and he did last night what he does regularly. Takes over basketball games against the best franchise in the league right now.
Where Colin was wrong.
I thought there was virtually no chance that Sam Darnold wouldn't go number 1. I thought it was a complete no-brainer. There are now varying reports that Cleveland's going to go and get Saquon Barkley. Now, it's not official yet, so I'm not officially wrong. But to draft a running back number 1, it's got legs, folks. My sources are saying John Dorsey's history, he likes physical teams. He wants to run that football. This is a real living, breathing, fluid thing. They also have talked about A.J. McCarron, and they also went and acquired, not cheaply, Tyrod Taylor. This is hard for me to believe, but the Cleveland Browns, desperate for a quarterback, will not take potentially the greatest lock out of college at quarterback since Andrew Luck. It makes no sense to me, but it's a living, breathing thing, and my sources say it's a 50-50. John Dorsey may go running back. Wow.
Where Colin was right?
Listen, I like Danny Ainge. I love Brad Stevens. I like the Celtics ownership. Okay, but all these draft picks don't mean anything. It's about Kyrie Irving. Last night's a great example. They lead by 10 at half. He gets hurt. They get crushed in the third quarter. By the way, the Lakers rebuild only really eventually pays off if LeBron or Paul George come to town. You can have all these draft picks. Boston's got more draft picks than the Cleveland Browns. You still win in this league with veteran star players. The Celtics have 2 veteran stars. A-plus Kyrie Irving and B-plus Al Horford. And they're going to go as far as those guys will take them. It's not going to be Jason Tatum, and it's not going to be young Jaylen Brown. Al Horford's an above-average player. Kyrie Irving is special. Last night, he gets hurt. They go in the absolute tank offensively. What about all the great draft picks you have? You want to get great in this league? Go get Chris Paul, LeBron James, Kyrie Irving, Gordon Hayward. Go get a veteran.
Where Colin was wrong.
You know, when Chip Kelly came to the Philadelphia Eagles, he came with new ideas and a new energy, and I really liked it. And one of the things he did, I didn't know Howie Roseman. Howie Roseman was running the Eagles, had built a roster, and basically Chip came in and forced him to another building. They demoted him. And I was like, I like the new ideas. Philadelphia's going nowhere. Well, Chip got forced out. Howie Roseman back in, and frankly, they're doing nothing but good things. They draft Carson Wentz. They get Nick Foles. They get Doug Peterson, who I had my questions about. This week, they stole Michael Bennett from Seattle. And by the way, if you don't think they stole it, who are the 2 teams that made offers to Seattle? Bill Belichick and Howie Roseman. Yeah, right now, 2 of the best systems in the league. Listen, man, I like Chip Kelly. I thought it was new and fun, and I like football when it grows. But the truth is, I was wrong. Howie Roseman's an NFL front office dude that knows what he's doing, and he hit another home run this weekend. To add Michael Bennett to that defensive front, wow. I mean, there are not many of these in the NFL. That is a great, great defensive front.
Where Colin was right?
Yeah, so you know what I always say about Anthony Davis? I'm kind of being chippy here.
Yeah, I know what you say about Anthony Davis.
Kind of a stat monster.
Well,
Skip Bayless agrees with me. A lot of his points are cotton candy. They're like cheat calories. By the way, last night, Anthony Davis, 25 points, 10 blocks, 11 rebounds, and 3 steals. And they were blown out at home by the Utah Jazz. Man, Anthony Davis is talented. Is he valuable? Steph Curry, by the way, the Warriors are 0-2 since he didn't play. Steph Curry is great and valuable. Russell Westbrook's great. Anthony Davis is great. I'm being a little chippy here because he's a really good player, but last night he had 10 blocks, 11 boards, 25 points, 3 steals, and they were crushed by Utah. That was a little chippy. Where Colin was right, where Colin was wrong. Okay, so I'm going to lay it out. I'm not going to give you my bracket. Nobody cares about my bracket. I'm not even sure if I care about my bracket.
I think people might care.
Well, I'm going to give you, I have a theory on this, Christine, which has always been there's 8 to 9 teams that can win this tournament. That's it. Don't give them away yet. When I come back, I'm going to tell them to you. Don't confuse, there's a bunch of teams, 30 that could beat Duke, with 30 teams could win the tournament. No, they couldn't. No, they could not. A lot of teams, Begley, Grayson Allen get in foul trouble. A senior-dominated young team gets hot, gets a call late, they beat Duke. They're not winning the next 5 games. Don't confuse parity with 30 teams can win the tournament. To win the tournament, you need an elite head coach, 1, maybe 2 NBA prospects. And that's the way it's been for 15 years or longer. So I'll give you my 9 teams. And by the way, not all of them. There's a number 1 seed I'm not into at all. There's a couple of number 2 seeds I'm not into. I'll give you my 9 teams that I think can win it. And everybody gets a dark horse. Everybody gets one dark horse. I'll give you my dark horse. That's coming up, plus Chris Broussard. National Small Business Month at LegalZoom is here officially. And whether you're just starting out or already have a biz, there's a lot you can take advantage of right now. Go to LegalZoom.com/startup. During March, to download your free business startup kit. Ton of great information. You can find out how to maximize your business deductibles under the new tax laws. Free discounts. Kit includes special deals. LegalZoom is not a law firm. They know you need to tap into the right resources to run a successful business. Go there right now. It is National Small Business Month. Go to LegalZoom.com/startup and download their free business startup kit today. No obligation. It's just free business stuff. Offers available through March. Got 3 weeks left. So go right now. LegalZoom.com/startup. LegalZoom.com/startup. It's where your life meets legal. You're going to get all sorts of deals, especially some business deductibles under the new tax laws that you want to know about.